Okay, everything's really slow, but the window does open. So, why does removing all of that and just setting to tick, timer, render, and window.update. Why does this now not load a window? Unless it does and it's just taking fucking forever to do it. My lord, it does, but... And this is what it looks like with no thing. Source not available, whatever. So, it's not this that's doing it. So what is it? Essentially. I really don't know. Like, I don't know what it is that's causing it to draw. What if I stop drawing level? There's an idea. Test if it's actually happening in the level bit, or is it happening in the snake that's making it draw black? It's definitely happening in the level. Not good. So something in level's draw function is not working, and I've got a feeling it's to do with... I haven't... Vertex shader, fragment shader, that's all... I think that's all fine. Let's head on to snake. Just check. Let's copy the name of the shaders. Just paste them in. Make sure they're fine. Yeah, and it still draws the black screen. Why? So, let's try something different here. In fragment shader. Color equals vec3 1.0f 0.0f 0.0f. And needs that on it as well. So now what we're doing is just setting it to draw everything in red. And it does. If we'll put this here. Color equals vec3 0.0f 0.0f 0.0f. So if the color is black, discard. And then take this out so that it draws properly. And now we're drawing black as invisible as well. And now the snake looks really weird. So the color is being passed as black then? So at this point at least, the color is definitely being black. The color is definitely being portrayed as black. So it's definitely being passed all black as a thing that it's getting. And so then we head over into, is it being passed the right thing? So it's got level X, level Y, sheet 323209. Which should be fine. Just put 16 and 9 in for them variables. And then remove this, because this is something we've added today. And over here in main.h, remove sending the variables. Now try again. And we end up with a whole black screen. The fuck? Seriously, the fuck? Basically, the fuck is this? The tiles were working, man. Like, the tiles were actually working, not just... Yeah, they were working. They were actually working, and now... the level tile's gone wrong. Because it's just being weird with what it's importing. Let's copy it and try and paste it directly below the head. So let's place it here on this tile. Save as BMP into here. With a value now of y of 1. See if that works. See if it's something weird in reading the file. No. Definitely something weird in level. The thing is, we probably don't even need to draw level. But we probably should. This defines sheet here. I'm wondering, is sheet not transferring over properly? Let's try and cut that out of that and out of that. See, I'm making this less and less transferable as we go on, but at the minute I need to get it working. Sprite sheet from there as well. So now we're including sheet in here. Okay. So it's something to do with sheet not transferring properly in here. Because it's actually working now by the looks of it. If I put it back to being a grid, we use the one at the bottom again, which is a y value of 9. And I'll put this back to just being... the fuck? Pencil tool... Oh, snap. How do I turn snap off again? Oh, control shift and that. You have to have snap off when you're doing this, otherwise it makes it a bit weird. And now we save that in there. And then in here we change this back to 9. And build it and run it. We should now have a grid on the green field that we have. We do! Okay. So sheet is a bit sheet is a bit weird. It doesn't like being a global variable and then being accessed. That's fine. Totally fine. Okay, one last thing we are going to do, or we're going to try and do at least, is an offset. So this x equals float w over 2.0. Actually, we don't want it float w over 2.0. Y h like so, and then in here in level.h we're also going to make an int and call it x and y. In here where we draw, which is where we set the position, sorry, we're going to add x. And to this we're going to add y. So what this will do, this will center the level, not center the level, this will make the level actually on the screen rather than sort of half off the screen, and it does mean that the snake is mostly not on the level anymore, which means over in snake.cpp we're also going to have to do the same thing. We're going to have to send it level x, actual level x, in level pos x, in level pos y. No, we could just send it level. It would probably be easier at this rate. Like, that's why we've stored all level, isn't it? We might do that eventually, but for now, and in here just make in x and y. X equals that plus level pos x, y equals j times tile size plus level pos y, and then here we do x, y, and we need to copy the whole set position function and set that true for all of these, because obviously we need to do it for each tile. Over in snake.h, which is here, we have to add onto the end of this in level pos x, in level pos y. Main.cpp, in here we have to add level.getX, getX, level dot get y, view. Over in here in get x, in get y, in level get x, return x, return this x, in level get y, return this y. And now we should have drawn perfectly on the screen the grid, the snake, everything. No, of course not. Why the fuck not? Let's set level x to just actually be just width and height, because we draw the middle and it's drawing half off, so that's 0 and 0, so that adds a little bit of fucking fuck. What's wrong with that? It's actually drawing the it's taking the tile positions really weird, because with scaling it's being a bit weird. Is it scaling before it's taking the position in Sprite? Sprite CPP. Yeah, it scales and well, that's weird. Okay, that's fine though. It's not. It's really not. What do I want to be in? Snake. I thought I'd close it. The one I want to be in. No, not snake. Level. So this dex, we're drawing at the middle of the tile, which at the minute is being 0, 0, which is why we're drawing half on, half off. if we divide that by 2, no, because it's not width. We want to divide by 2. It's TW and TH, and divide them 2 by 2. And that is our X and Y, and we should now be drawing it perfectly on the screen, like so. Looking so beautiful there. The height may be a bit off, but besides the point. And then the last thing we are going to do is set the screen width and the height. So we have 32 and we need to make that 320. 320. And now, if I'm wrong, which I am, it actually needs to be 640 by 640. And now, one more thing that we wanted to do was make the screen the correct size. And ladies and gentlemen, there it is. There is our wonderful screen I've been trying so desperately to get right over all these episodes. I don't think it's quite right, so I think there's just something slightly wrong. Let's just move that there so you can actually see it separately to my screen. So there is our snake window. This is the window we will be playing in eventually. We're moving around. We'll make this nice and pretty. We'll add a fruit that we can do. Ignore. Glitching tiles is comforting. I think that's because of the way I'm drawing the level now, and it's probably why I'm only getting 60 frames a second actually. What happens if I try and draw the level the other way? The way that I was drawing before? Cut that, put it there. Temp. Like so. What we do have to do though is this, and then dot move. Oh, not move. Just that. So we actually need to do this in a certain way. We need to store tile still. We still need to store tile. Alright, I'm trying to do this now so it don't get that weird glitchy look. And sheet goes up there. Yeah, we was getting a weird glitchy look, and so here we're doing set position this x plus tile size times I, this y plus tile, not tiles size, tile size. It's not that is, it's just size is what I've saved it as, times j, and just change that to size as well. Do that and then draw it. This would allow us eventually to move the level around, which is awesome, but not what we are doing now. Right now, good English. And we are getting nice little screen there. See what frame rates we're getting. 60, because go us. It's a hell of a frame rate, guys. And yeah, one more thing I do want to change. I can do this at the minute. Oh no, wait. Yeah, I can do that, so I can still turn around on myself. The last thing I'm going to change before I go is into Snake CPP. At the point where I've got it testing to make sure that this direction plus 2 modulus 4, so make sure it's not turning around on itself. Instead of using this direction, we actually want to use this dot x and this dot y dot direction. So this, that direction there, and then that way it should make sure that we can't change our direction based on what the direction is of the tile we're currently on. So it should stop us being able to do that, which I think it does. Yeah, I can't get it to do it anymore. Awesome. we can still do that, which is a bit weird. I need to work out. I don't know why it does that actually, because oh, it's because we confuse the fuck out of it with directions. So the direction at that square, we can do this weird thing. Definitely a bug I need to sort. But a bug that solves itself like that. Yeah, it's because we make weird directions for it. But I'm going to leave it there for today, guys. Thanks for watching. If you do like this, please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to check back next time. We'll be adding fruit, making our snake longer. That'll pretty much be snake done with a death screen as well. We might be able to manage that in the next hour, actually. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.